Hey YouTube, this is Quentin. I'm back with a review, finally, of the Oneplus One. I've had this phone for a little while now. It's been a couple of months. And I have to say, I really like it. If it weren't for the Nexus 6 coming out, this would probably be the ultimate phone, for me. As far as, because I like Android, it's running CyanogenMod straight out the box. Unlocked, 64 gigabyte. So it just has everything I like about in a phone. So anyway, about this phone, you've probably seen a lot of reviews on it already, or some reviews on it. This is just my quick review of this phone, and I really like it. In my iPhone review, I mentioned the battery life, and this is like right on par with that. Maybe not quite as good, but really pretty much. I've gone a couple of days with this battery if I just casually use it, and then I can always get through the day. But right now I'm running Nova Launcher, of course, and with CyanogenMod or any, like before everyone was a custom ROM, or even just with CyanogenMod now, the official CyanogenMod. You can run, you can run any launcher or do whatever you want with it. So, and I'm using the capacitor buttons just to give me more screen. Of course, you've probably seen when you can switch, go into settings, like so. And this is just the, right now I'm running the hollow theme, so it kind of just looks like regular stock Android 4.4. And you can go into here, into the settings, and go to the buttons, and you can enable the on-screen nav bar, which is pretty cool. But I don't really use that because I like to have some screen real estate. So I just kind of turn that off. But, it's just basically stock Android, CyanogenMod. If you're really familiar with it, you will like this phone. And I believe pre-orders are beginning to start for it, so you won't have to worry about getting an invite anymore. I bought my original one I actually dropped in my backyard on my patio and broke the screen, so I have to repair it. I'm in the process of repairing it now, and this is one I bought off of someone and kind of paid a little more for it, but not that much more. One of the problems they had initially when they were updating the phone is you couldn't have a different lock screen wallpaper, but they fixed that. And this is something that's been really neat about it is the CyanogenMod team has really been kept up on the updates. So, but it's a really nice phone. And like I said, if it weren't for the Nexus 6 coming out, this would probably be my ultimate Android phone. It has a really nice, it's really smooth, probably smoother than even the iPhone. My iPhone 6 Plus, which is, I've never thought I'd say that because, the iOS has been really smooth. But, if you saw I'm doing a review on the iPhone, it's just, I don't know, iOS 8 just doesn't run well on the 6 Plus. It runs, you don't have a lot of forced closes and apps still run well. It's just, the fluidity is just it's not there like it used to be. It's not, I don't know. But anyway, but this phone is pretty, it's pretty optimized, and it actually, a friend of mine was playing with it, and we were playing with the 6 Plus in the store before I got mine. He actually preferred this. So, who knows. But anyway, I like the phone. Haven't been using it a whole lot since I've got the iPhone. I've got running it on my T-Mobile right now, and here's my T-Mobile SIM. Here's a comparison, and they're both 5.5 screens. The iPhone's a little bit bigger as far as, the actual physical size because it has these big bezels, and have to have that area for the home button. And it's probably maybe a little bit thinner. And only because the OnePlus kind of arches, curves in the back. So, and they both have, the iPhone has like a 1700 milliamp hour battery, and the OnePlus has like a 3100 milliamp hour battery. So both pretty big batteries. An iPhone, well, let me put it away. I don't want to put this, I'm turning this into an iPhone versus a OnePlus review, and this is just a OnePlus. Okay, anyway, but like I said, overall, this is a really nice phone. I didn't really like the invite system, but I mean, it's a new company, and they have to have some way of introducing people to their phones. So I mean, I guess I can't blame them. But hopefully, a lot of people can, once they get pre-orders going, they can get a lot of these in people's hands because it is a really nice phone, and it's really inexpensive. $349 for a 64 gigabyte phone with the latest specs. It's just, I mean, you can't beat it, and the camera is really good on it too. Maybe not quite as good as the iPhones, but it's close. And like I said, it's real fluid. It works really well. I mean, really snappy. And when you're running and that's kind of new. That's kind of cool. When you're running Cyanogen, I mean, you can pretty much do whatever you want. I mean, if you're used to running Cyanogen on as a custom ROM like I am, there's so many settings and so many things you can do, so many themes that you can control with it. I have theme packs, and right now, like I said, I'm doing the hollow theme. I was running the Android L before we knew it. Now we know it's Lollipop, and you can change your boot animations. I mean, just all kind of different things you can do with CyanogenMod. And one thing about it is the screen on this is actually probably a little better, brighter, and crisper than the iPhone. I do notice that. So, and I didn't have the yellowing problems. I think when my other one, my OnePlus that I damaged, I had some yellowing, but after a while it went away. I guess after the glue dried up on it or whatever. But this one I haven't had that much of that. So, I mean, that's good. But this is a really nice phone. I mean, one thing that's really neat about this phone is the way they placed the button. They kind of lowered it down, and it's in a lot better spot than the iPhone. The iPhone button is they put it in the right spot, versus putting it on top. They put it here, and that's the right spot. But it's a little too high. If they lowered it probably about right here, that would be perfect. And I've seen some videos of the Nexus 6s that they actually did that. The Nexus 6. But so that the button placement is really cool. I really like that. But I mean, OnePlus, this is a nice phone. I would really recommend it if you don't want to spend a whole lot of money and want to get a top of the notch phone, and if you're into using Google services. I would highly recommend this phone, especially since you can now soon you'll be able to pre-order and you have to worry about getting an invite. But like I said, it's nice. Oh, listening to music is really nice on it. And I have Power Amp, but if you stream music from the Google Play Store, that works really well. Also, another thing is, you notice my lock screen. I have the traditional lock screen where you can choose, it has the little, you can unlock it, go to your phone, and you can change these quick settings, these quick unlock settings to what you want. And how you do that, you go into system settings. It's in lock screen and then you click custom lock screen, which you would think custom lock screen would be the other thing I just showed you, but it's not. Custom lock screen is actually this. So that's kind of neat. Your image is kind of blurred, and then when you drag it down, you actually see the image, and then it unlocks it. And that's kind of neat. I mean, but you can't choose, and it has your battery level and your weather. So if you want to use that, you can do that, and then you can go back to uncheck it, and then you get what I have, just where you can choose your different unlocks. And when you have that, like when you uncheck that, you basically go to slider shortcuts, like so, and then you can just drag up, and when you drag it, but you just basically choose the application that you want in that area, and then you can change these to whatever you want, and those are the slider shortcuts. But you can't do that if you do custom lock screen. It kind of grays that out. So once you do that, you're pretty much stuck with just this. Although you can still change the actual wallpaper, when you go into themes, right here, and then that's where you change the lock screen wallpaper, which is, you would think it would be in lock screen, but anyway. But that's just something, one of the things I like about, nothing major, but just something I always like, having a different lock screen wallpaper. And hopefully with Android L, I mean Lollipop, you can do that, but I haven't seen any examples that you can, but who knows? Most people don't care about that, but that's just something I've always liked. And that's something I'm glad they include in CyanogenMod. But anyway, and also, I've heard, or you probably heard also that when Lollipop comes out, OnePlus or CyanogenMod will probably update the OnePlus to Lollipop within like 90 days, and it may even be sooner than that. So that's not too bad. But, and like I said, it could be sooner. But I like the OnePlus. Like I said, if it wasn't for the Nexus 6, this will be my ultimate phone. Haven't had really any issues with it. Not a lot of stuff force closing or anything, happening really wrong with it, other than the lock screen wallpaper not working correctly initially. But other than that, I haven't had any issues with this phone at all. Call quality, it works good on AT&T and T-Mobile. Good signal. Bluetooth works good with my car. I've given out invites to a few friends of work, and they've liked it. They've all liked it. So anyway, that's just a brief overview or review of the OnePlus. I guess, let me see. I'm kind of being, let me give you a look around the phone. I guess if you need, you can see that. Probably need to see that. Well, here's the camera. It's a 13 megapixel camera, I believe. Yeah, 13. And you have your microphone, your 3.5 millimeter jack. Here's another microphone, I believe, probably for noise cancellation. Another microphone on the bottom. Your speakers right here. And these are dual speakers. I think they're mono speakers, though. I don't know if they're stereo, but it's actually pretty loud. You have your hearing piece here and your camera, front-facing camera. Excuse me. The front-facing camera is, I think, 2 megapixel, but I'm not sure. So, and then of course you with the capacitor buttons, it's kind of different. You have your home, your back, and then your menu. To get your multi-apps, you just hold the menu button like so, and then you can click that button and erase all of them. And so that's pretty easy. And we'll take that custom lock screen back off. But that was just a quick look around the phone. And I mean, it's been a while since I've had this phone. I know I should have did a review earlier, and you probably wanting to know more about it. Anyway, I'm just rambling and making this video longer than what it should be. But this is a nice phone. I recommend it for $350. I would definitely get it. And it's got this nice kind of a sandpaper, but sandpaper looking back, but it's really kind of a neat feel. It's really soft and it's not rough at all. But anyway, it's supposed to come out with some backs that you can change the backs to this, which is kind of cool. And I can't wait till they get that. Anyway, thank you for watching my video. Hope it was informational for you, and have a nice day.